I'm back, baby. Today we'll be playing Tychus on the spider tomb of the Spider Queen, and this is a very interesting map. But first of all, I'm back. I've been away for quite a bit. We don't even have to shoot at the treasure goblin today, so that's perfect. I've been back. Well, first I had a bit of a cold and then I went on vacation for 2 weeks, so that's why there was a big period of doing nothing in between. So today we're picking up Tychus. He's our master baller, our main chief, our WMD of destruction. And he's running around filling people with holes, shooting them, also filling them immediately with lead as well. And we'll be focusing on our Q mostly. Now you can also do on level 4 the thing with melting point, which is really strong, but we don't have a healer, so we want to keep away from all the enemies as much as possible. So we'll be picking up overkill regardless. That's always pretty much the best option here. Let's see if we can actually do something regarding this turret. Let's overkill him right there, interrupt his beam and shoot him down. Perfect way to start the match. Now Tychus is our biggest, baddest, baldest probably guy of the hour, but he's also very squishy. Let's see if our middle needs help. I don't think so, with our Zagara being there. Zagara is always able to 1v1 people. Let's hurt her a little bit more, jump away to not receive too much damage, and that should have been enough. Now let's go make a new gank on Ganglo, interrupt him, see what we can do here. Probably not kill. Oh, maybe we can. And we did, just able to scratch him enough to make him go down. Now, as you can see, Tychus, really good, can have a surprising range, and will be increasing that range of the Q even more later on. But people seem to underestimate the damage output that Tychus can give. Especially if you have a wave like this, just use your Q on this and you can clear it very fast. Always remember that you can actually change your Q target. We don't want to get hit by that laser, so let's not go in. You can always... Let's see if we can pick up a kill here. I do think so. Yes, we can. But we do need to run away from Tyrande. She is hurting us otherwise. Now on this level you probably don't want to go Vampiric Assault, because you always want to be spraying with your Q. Your Q is your bread and butter. You want to hurt people with the Q. Fill them with holes. Make them go down. Make them pay and see how they bleed. That's your Q. Now we'll be increasing that range so we can actually hurt people from a safer distance, because, you know, why not? Unfortunately we missed a grenade there, which would have been a kill otherwise, so that's a little bit unfortunate. And maybe we get sweet deals from the Tessadar now. Well, we can't get too many sweet deals from the Tessadar since he only has a shield. Now in the middle, let's make sure we just clean this quickly. Let's see what we can do here. We do want to be pushing down the middle as hard as we can, and that's currently what it's doing. So it's doing its job. The little guy at the bottom is having a relatively low amount of HP, so let's see if we can do something about it. Waste the turret, and as you can see, I'm not too worried about my cooldowns. The Q does have a fierce cooldown. It has a 15-second cooldown, but you use it for 5 seconds, and during that time it's already on the cooldown. So, oh yeah, the Venom gets him. That's perfect. Now as Sylvanas is with us, we will be able to do this. Oh well, we don't actually even need her since the turrets are all out of ammo. Let's make sure we get everything down nice and quickly. Make sure we do keep our health as high as possible. And we're actually a level ahead. Well, almost. Now we are. Let's go get back to the Sippa, because our big muscle dude does need some help. Now, if you go for the most awesome damage destruction build ever, you want sizzling attacks, especially with Commandeer Odin. Maybe I'll do that in a later video. It's really freaking awesome. because, well, you can do so much damage with that. Unfortunately, he is out of range, but you aren't. So, since we won't be picking up Commander Odin, since we don't have a healer on the team, we'll be going for first aid. You kind of just need it if you don't have a healer. No healer means first aid. It's kind of a one-on-one relationship. Now we can probably get her. Oh dear, I might go down here. I should have popped first aid a little bit sooner, then I might have gotten out. I went too deep. I like to go balls to the wall, especially with Tychus. Tychus used to be a little tankier. It was quite some time ago though, so it really doesn't apply anymore. But sometimes, you know, if you are like Arnold Schwarzenegger, you just need to go in deep. Make sure you penetrate deep in the base. Now we do get our web weavers, and our middle should be retreating just at this point. Maybe I will go in and help clean up a little bit. Nah, it seems to be over. So I'll just be helping up this part of the show. Making sure that, well, we have something to push down here. Because the web weavers are nice, but it's even nicer if there just isn't a tower anymore. The minion wave should almost be there. Just hurting him as much as we can, you know. We just want to keep poking at him. As I mentioned before, we will be going for the Drakken laser and not Commander Odin. Although Commander Odin is very awesome. For the main reason that I like Commander Odin, but not as much as if you don't have sizzling attacks. Now that Gaslow does have a ton of credits. Gaslow has a lot of credits. Just make sure that everyone's aware. Hopefully we can intercept him, because he will probably be turning in sometime soon. No? Apparently not. Well, I guess there's no reason in not helping to clean this up again. I wonder where the Gaslow is. Oh, he might be at this camp. Well, he will go there now, I guess. He will be doing that anyway. That's a lot of dudes. Best not to go in, because then we would get squashed like a madman. Let's dodge the hammer, dodge everyone else. And let's see if we... Okay, I thought they would probably go in there, try to get a kill on me. They didn't, which is good and bad, because I kind of wanted to have the laser set up in a good place, but I was a little bit too premature with that. I shot it out too premature. Now, let's gank the Gaslow. And we are able to. Those are a lot of credits that they won't be having. Let's see if we can actually burst down this fort quick enough. We probably can. We are doing an amazing job here. And at the top it's alrighty. They are holding off as much as they can, but we are also pushing down the middle. Our Tessador is turning in a lot of the credits, and actually we'll be doing the same, well, just a small amount. So for this level we'll be going for lead rain. Overkill slows down the targets. You might want to go for problem solver, but it's not really that much better than for this character than for another character. So it's alright. Maybe she wants to, yeah, and that 20% slow, you can already see it. It's really helping. Thank you Tessador for the shield, a little bit late, but it's fine. And let's hope that Sagara doesn't commit there, because she's all alone. Now that pick me up we had earlier from the like 30 credits that dropped. Oh yeah. Bringing down the thunder. And this might be a decent spot to drop down our Drakken. And it wasn't. I keep oh sorry, completely butched that there. I was kind of expecting them to all go in to this side, at which point the Drakken laser drill would be, well, picking them off slowly. As you can see, it does some damage, and especially at level 20 it gets really strong because the reach is far longer. The reach is now kind of pitiful actually, and well, mediocre, so that's why the Odin would be preferable, especially in the early stages. But if you continue on to level 20, then I much more prefer the Drakken laser drill, although Bolt of the Storm or Nexus Frenzy are both very solid choices if you don't want to upgrade your ultimate. Now let's see if we can help our Illidan at the bottom. Oh, he barely survives. Let's see if we can interrupt some Vela. And some, let's pop our health. Oh, I'm doing the wrong one. And let's hurt the... yeah, oh, okay. If you want to go that way, you are definitely dead. Their whole team didn't want, well, their Gaslow didn't want to help that anymore either, so that made it quite easy to pick her off, which is damn nice. Although we do lose to Zagara for some unknown reason. I don't really know why, but let's continue this push. Let's push it down. No, you may not shoot. And that's how we walk the walk and we talk the talk and just try to hit a lot of people here. She misses all her skill shots. Now she kinda wastes her ultimate. And now she gets interrupted. And if you can give me a shield here, no? Shield me? Guess not. Let's get back to the Sepa and get up to full health. My altar awaits the gem's power. Let's quickly demolish his entire wave, especially with that exploding wave thingy. It gets going like mad. Oh dear. Into the ultimates of everyone. Let's drop down the Drakken, but we couldn't because we were stunned. Completely out of position there. They were very nice. They came in from the directions that they should be coming in from, and well, we were basically standing at the wrong point in time. Now Tessadar should be leaving. Then again, the base is still up here, so Tessadar can leave whenever the heck he wants with that ability. Both waves are still pushing, but we might be getting the first turn in against us here. Nah, they don't have enough, so we're still good. Now Stoneskin, even though I like survivability on Tychus, Stoneskin is mediocre on Assassins, just because it gives you 30% of your maximum health, and 30% of maximum health while your health is very low is just not that much. Then again, all the other ones are useless, which is why we go for Stoneskin regardless. Let's pop our health regeneration, kill that person, and we also popped our Stoneskin just for good measure because, well, why not? We needed it, and the Illidan decided it was more useful to continue on with the boss, which is our loss and his loss as well, because, well, now we don't have the boss and no Illidan. If you're ever in a bind like this, they checked if we go for boss, but we won't. We are smarter than that, and they probably won't either, because Zagara allows us to, well, keep... oh, whoopsie daisy. A little bit too low health there. You can see how fast you can go down as Tychus. So even though Tychus is baller, he's a super awesome man of destruction that likes to kill everything ever. Fills everything with holes as much as he can, but he just is so damn squishy. He's not like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He likes to be able to dish out the damage, and that's what he can do, but he absolutely cannot be hurt. Well, then again, Arnold Schwarzenegger doesn't get hurt either. He just doesn't get hit, which is actually the same advice you should have for Tychus. Now our Tassadar is roaming the top all alone, and we are probably going to get our first turn in against us this match. Some of them should have 7 credits remaining. Yeah, those two will make 7. So let's ping for defense here. Hopefully people will react. I think I will be too late there. Let's keep switching your targets. It's always a good idea to keep switching the targets. Just wanted to throw down some damage. Make sure we keep the little dance alive. Just do the damage and sprint away. Oh, I thought I was quick enough with the Stoneskin, but apparently I wasn't. That's too bad. I saw the Vala incoming, tapped the 2, but it was just too late to get it. Illidan decides to go completely and protect it into a 5-man, because why wouldn't you? Hey, if you're Illidan, right? Then you can handle everything life throws at you. Now, we are down 3 people. The good news is we still have 2. And they have their first spider turn-in of the game. Now we have guys pushing in at the bottom, and if we're lucky the spider will spawn here, but we aren't. This is still fine though. No, he went for gravitational bomb, of course. We saw him use that earlier, so there's no reason to look that up. Here comes the enemy web weaver, which is completely fine because we will wreck its face immensely. Now the Q does very good damage, and actually the Q together with your searing attacks, if you take it, does an immense amount of damage in a very short time. I don't know why I stood in between this and the shot. That was just silly. Let's just zip her up and see what we can make happen here. Choose the safe route. They are with all of them together. Make sure we just pew a little bit. Try to, well, just poke and prod. They also don't really have a healer here, so heal up and make sure we get the shield, and that shield actually saved us this time. Just kill the, just keep hitting them. Use the interrupt the gas low maybe. Try to dodge it just in time, but we don't have a lot of HP left, so all we can do here is miss the bomb and make sure everyone gets in closer. No, that was precisely what I wanted to do, of course. If you do it right, you can of course push everyone away. If you do it wrong, everybody dies. It's the fact of life. Now they will be going for boss, and they will be getting it. They might, no, they won't have enough for a spider turn-in, but they will be going for boss. Now even though we are behind right now, as you can see, we were in front earlier, and we will probably getting level 19 very shortly. We are still a little bit away of level 20. Which means that our ultimates are also a little bit off. Now, Tassadar's ultimate, of course, gets a lot better with level 20. Zagara gets mildly better because she'll probably be taking Blink. She should be. And our ultimate is getting a lot better because it actually has some reach then. And it's able to actually hit targets. The problem with the Drakken laser drill is that if you place it in between you and or place it right where the enemy can hit it, it's not so useful because it doesn't have a lot of HP. They will just burst it down and then you have nothing left. So you kind of need to be safe with it. Is there a reason to protect that? No, not really, but if our Zaggar gets in close, then we will. Let's get some credits here. Which is, well, mainly what we can do. And get some other credits. Hey, it's 9 credits. There's nothing to be there's nothing wrong with that. Now we do have a lot of people present here, so we might be engaging. Let's see, if we do engage, I kinda want to drop the Drakken laser drill right there or there to block off anyone. It seems like they might. Let's make sure we get enough health, but it doesn't really matter. As you can see, the Drakken laser drill does some nice damage. It's doing work. Actually, I think this Drakken laser drill on its own killed about killed about 3 people. So it was really doing its job. So on this level, even though we have been dying a lot, and Bolt of the Storm would help tremendously with that, and Nexus Frenzy helps with attack range, but it doesn't help with our Q, which is our main ability for providing damage, so it's not that great. And the Drakken laser drill, of course, makes it a lot better, because as you can see, it does a ton of more damage, it does 50% more range, it just does everything you want in the ultimate power up. So we'll be taking that one, even though, of course, Bolt of the Storm, the blink, is so good. Now, even I'm actually happy that we went for Stoneskin this game, even though it only gives about 1000 HP. As you can see here, it gives a little bit more, which is nice, and it helped us a couple times, especially since we don't have a healer. We kind of need it sometimes, but you know, it's not the best thing in the world. Now they might be turning in here. I can see Sylvanas, I can see... What are you doing? I can see Vala was at the bottom there, and I don't want to be ganked by her. Let's drop the Drakken. Nice. The Drakken laser drill did its job. And we will be going away, try to heal up here. Maybe they will be able to get the kill on her, but probably not. And I don't think we have anyone that could actually tank the boss. So that's a wasted opportunity probably. Now we kind of want to push. So this is why I also want to help Tessadar. Help me, yeah, thank you. That's perfect. Now I could have, of course, Stoneskinned if it was completely necessary, but I didn't think so. And we'll be using this, and then we'll be piecing out with our abilities. Of course we do need to make sure that we don't die later on, so let's get back here while it's safe. If Vela had chased down here, we would have died anyway, so it's better to be safe than sorry, especially this late in the game when the death timers are a lot longer. Then it's just better. Of course, Leoric. Oh, Leoric with his instant teleportation death to where he was. That's just so brilliant. I also suggest this. Of course, you can still be throwing out your abilities while you are using your Q, so don't forget that you can do that. It's really decent. You can also still dash while you Q, and most people know that, but you can also throw out your W. As you can see, you are throwing away a little bit of damage because of it, but it's good enough. Now we do have the Drakken laser drill. Let's see if we can actually... Oh, I kind of misclicked that there. Unfortunately, we weren't perfect, so we missed our critical hits. But it's still good enough. Let's heal up. And let's see if we can... Well, just please retreat here, because it's dangerous. Sagara, what are you... Oh no. It's dangerous inside. Take this! A grenade! Don't put it in your mouth. Yeah. Well, at least we buy some time here while 3 of our members are down. Otherwise they would have been able to get the boss. And well, now obviously they can't because it disappears when you turn in the web weavers. It used to stay on a little bit longer. Nowadays it disappears. It's actually turning into quite a long game here. As you can see, the grenade really does some damage, especially later on. And well, the middle is basically gone. Let's see if we can just do some tiny damage there. We don't aim to kill them here. We just want to chip away. Make sure they keep on their toes. Now Illidan is probably going to be hurting. No? Everyone's going bottom? Okay, then that's fine. Then we are going for the top. And we will be pushing down this first part. Now of course, let's try to heal up here. Please hurt Vala, please hurt Vala. Very nice, thank you. Then hurt... Oh! Oh! So lucky! So lucky! But everyone got bitch slapped around there. We got a pretty good engagement. We got Gargan and Vala, which are very strong damage dealers. Unfortunately not Tyrande, which is their sort of healer. Let's try to go for this camp. And for you guys to back away. And maybe they want to go for this one. It might not be the smartest thing to do, but if we can keep an eye on them, then it will be fine. Please throw down the roaches. Those can tank it. It doesn't seem like they want to, but unfortunately that was the wrong moment because they got swiped away. But we did get the boss. That's beautiful. That's perfect. That's textbook. And we also get our Illidan, where we would have been able to still run away. We kept sight on the enemy at all times. But we do need to make sure that we capitalize on the boss. Because if we don't, then we actually get a boss for nothing. Which, well, wouldn't be what we want. Just chipping away with damage, maybe scaring them a little bit. Nothing of the sort is happening though. I don't know why we're not going for it, but I can't go in alone, so I guess I'm not going in. Going in alone is always the worst plan. So that's why I didn't. It seems like we are setting up for an engagement here, and I am putting down the Drakken laser drill. As you can see, it does help deter people. They certainly don't want to get too close. Oh! And of course we don't do a ton of damage right now. But we are placing ourselves in the right positions. Now we are slowing that person down, but we do want to actually kill Vala. Stoneskin right there. Okay, that was the wrong choice of skill usage. But we are able to get away there. So that's... Wow! We actually got the Velstad. I have no clue why. Maybe some minions? There was no one left there, so it must have been the minions. Alright, now their Gaslow actually has a ton of credits, so she's probably going to turn them in, but we did push down all 3 lanes, which is pretty damn sweet. So next time we get all the credits, or maybe get the boss, we should be pushing for the victory, and hopefully we'll be able to. All we have to do now is make sure that they don't get in too deep. Let's heal ourselves up again, because that's what the first aid is for. Now you can use your ultimate a little liberal. I mean, there is a 90-second cooldown. or 80. I'm not too sure. It seems like we are engaging here, so let's plop it down. At least we did get one out of it, but we do need to go back because we don't have any health left. No, our Zegger is going top, and I think yeah, our Tesseract is also helping her. So just let's just go bottom, make sure that this one doesn't push down too far. It probably won't do much of anything, but oh, Zagara, oh, Zagara, Zagara is very dead. This is also exactly why you want Bolt of the Storm as Zagara, because Zagara has 0 escape potential. If she's found, then she's downed. It's basically a one-on-one thing. There's very little that she can do once she's been caught out of position, just because she has, well, sort of heal with the rejuvenation skill and all the other stuff, but she really doesn't have that much, so you just don't. But it counts for a lot of heroes. A lot of heroes just shouldn't get out of position, and if they do, they are pretty much dead. Of course, the obvious exceptions are Vala, Tassadar here, even Kerrigan with her jump can do some fancy stuff. Now Zagara isn't here, so we might need to retreat here, because our Illidan is, as per usual this entire game, doing his own thing, which is, you know, it happens. It would be useful if he helped the rest of the team, but he doesn't want to. Now Vala is a little bit out of position here, but we don't have any ability to capitalize on it, so that's too bad. And we might have enough credits. Be careful. Be hella careful. Let's do all the abilities that give us health and mana and things like that. Now, the reason why I put the Drakken laser drill there was to block off their retreat. And very often what you'll see is that they just stress out and mess up their stuff. Now I am going back, even though they could use my damage. They have a lot of abilities that would just one-shot me at this point, so it's even worse if I just die, which is why I went back here. Zagara was stuck on this thing. As you can see here, everybody needed to go back, but we are chipping away at their core for sufficient damage. You know, it's something. It's 50%, 52. Well, that's not too bad. And let's get in the spiders. Let's get in the troops. Let's get in the scariest things in the whole entire world. Even though we could have also gone for the boss, would also have been a solid choice. Now this is able to push in further if we just blow this up. So, which is why we did that there. Now we do need to be careful. Tassadar, don't go too deep. Well, Tassadar is one of the very few characters that actually can go as deep as he freaking wants to. And here are our spiders. Now we do have everyone here. We have our ultimate, which has done a lot of work for us. And let's just plop it down. Unfortunately, it did very little for us, and we were not getting away as we should. Wow. Actually managed to save her there. And our ultimate also did very little. It happens, but we are taking the game. Tyrande goes down, and down goes the keep. So that's the entire game. Thank you all for watching. If you like what you saw, subscribe. And I'll see you again this week. Bye bye.